Good afternoon, students. My name is GVR Lakshman Rao, lecturer in mining engineering, Government Polytechnic, Bellampalli. In the last class, we learned what is meant by an explosive, its definition, what are the characteristics that are required of an explosive. Just I would like to recap once. What we learned in the previous classes is definition of explosive. An explosive is a solid, liquid, or a mixture of these substances which change themselves instantaneously into huge volume of gases at high temperature, and when pressure, flame, heat, or shock is applied to it, or in the process of detonation. If anything converts, if shock, heat, or pressure is applied to it, any solid or liquid or mixture of these two substances, then if it converts instantaneously or within no time into huge volume of gases, because of the increasing in the volume of gas or conversion of solid into gas, the volume creates the huge volume created by detonation process or burning process will create huge amount of pressure. That pressure works the desired work or required work. This is nothing but an explosive. There are different definitions are there for explosives. Before going into the topic, I would like to explain about the substance of explosives. For getting the fire, what are the prerequisite things? A burning material or combustible material must be there. Sufficient source of or sufficient intensity of heat is required. To burn the combustible material, oxygen supply is also required. Are you catching my point? For getting normal fire, you require three conditions. The first one is a sufficient amount of combustible material is required, and at the same time sufficient source of and sufficient intensity of heat is required, or flame or heat is required. At the same time, you must have sufficient supply of oxygen for to the combustible material must be required. If these three conditions are available, then only you will get the fire. If one of the these three things, if absence takes place, you will not get any fire. Here also we required firing of material by applying shock, pressure or heat or flame. If the material applied, if the material is burned within short span of time or in no time, if it converts into huge volume of gases, because of the gases pressure in the confined place, it tries to the air entrapped in the hole because of the burning of explosive creates pressure. That pressure, if it is having more strength than the surrounding rock strength, rock breaking strength, then the breaking of rock takes place. Are you catching my point? Here the explosive substance is also a combustible substance must be there. A oxidizing agent or oxidizing or supply of oxygen is required. A stabilizer must be there and a sensitizer must be required. Generally, the combustible material is wood meal, fiber, charcoal. These three are the most of the times these are the combustible materials. If we placed this explosive into the hole, then we close the hole with some stemming material. What happens? If we close the hole with some stemming materials, what happens? The supply of oxygen is not possible. The ordinary air will not enter into the hole to supply the oxygen to the explosive which we placed in the hole. Are you catching my point? For this reason, along with the combustible material, a oxidizing agent which is the supplier of oxygen to the explosive will be mixed. That is called oxidizing agent. Sodium nitrate, ammonium nitrate, potassium nitrate, all nitrates are used as oxidizing agents in explosives. Most of the times potassium nitrate is used, some of the times ammonium nitrate. Ammonium nitrate is also used as an oxidizing agent. Ammonium nitrate, it has a peculiarity. In high explosives, we deal the topic. Generally, almost all nitrites are used as an oxidizing agents for explosives. So it indicates that the oxygen required to burn the combustible material in the hole is an ingredient or an ingredient of the mixture of the explosive. This mixture or ingredient which is present, all nitrates which are present in the explosives will supply oxygen required to burn the combustible material during the detonation process. Stabilizers. Magnesium, calcium chlorates. These are used as stabilizers. These stabilizers will give the stability. We learn in the characteristics of an explosive. What we learn is the first one is strength, second one is density, third one is stability, velocity of detonation, water resistance, sensitivity, oxygen balance, legal permission. These are the required characteristics of an explosive. Stability is the ability of an explosive to be stored without deterioration. Stability is an ability of an explosive to be stored without deterioration. So, this ammonium and calcium chlorates will give the sufficient stability to the explosive. That's why it is also an ingredient or an important ingredient of manufacturing of explosives. The another important one is sensitizers. A sensitizer, generally metallic powder, is used as an sensitizer. The explosive required to be insensitive to friction. If you touch the explosive, if it is exploded, what happens? Unnecessarily the explosion will take place. It will done a bad work. So the explosive must be sufficiently sensitized but not highly sensitized. So the required sensitivity will get by metallic powders. So these are the ingredients of an explosive. You are saying the explosive cartridges of trade name Sun 90. This is the most of the explosives are in the form of cartridges. All permitted explosives are in the form of cartridges. So you are looking the cartridge. The most important one is explosives. Classification of explosives, as already I told that the need of classification and its importance. So almost all engineering things are classified to understand easily. Different methods, different products, different whatever it may be, on the various factors, these all are classified. Here explosives are also classified. After the completion of this period, you are able to classify the explosives based on strength, speed, field of application. Basically, there are two types of explosives are there. One is based upon strength, speed and field of application. One is low explosive, another one is high explosive. Don't get confused what is low explosive, what is high explosive. What is high explosive and what is low explosive. Okay. It is the mechanical mixture of finely ground combustible substance which are fired by ignition, thus produce the heaving effect. The process of combustion takes place grain to grain. There is a gradual buildup of pressure and increase in the volume of gases. In the definition itself, it indicates all the peculiarities, all the specialities, all the properties of low explosive. It is a mechanical mixture of finely grained combustible substance which are fired by ignition, thus produce the heaving effect. The process of combustion takes place grain to grain. There is gradual buildup of pressure and increase in the volume of gases. A low explosive is a mechanical mixture. The difference between mechanical mixture and chemical mixture is mechanical mixture means if you mixed salt and rice, a mixture will form. We said it is mechanical mixture. If you mix water and sodium chloride will form. This is chemical mixture. Here the mixing of grains takes place, but there will not be any reaction between these grains. Whereas in chemical reaction, the reaction between two molecules will take place. Here in low explosive, the mixture which is present, it is the mechanical mixture only, not chemical mixture. Mechanical mixture means those are combined together, but there will not be any reaction between these two ingredients. Are you catch my point? Are you catch my point? Mechanically, because of coming together and pouring at the same place, these will be mixed each other, but there will not be any reaction, chemical reaction between these grains. If you pour salt in the water, what happens? There is a chemical reaction takes place. Or sodium and chlorine will come together, the substance formed called sodium chloride. The formation is a chemical reaction. If you put sugar and salt at the same place or in the same bowl, that mixture is called mechanical mixture. So low explosive is a mechanical mixture. So between the grains there will not be any chemical reaction. Finely ground combustible substance. Grounding. Finally, the substance, because of the grinding, they form fine grains, combustible substance, which are fired by ignition, by igniting or by applying heat or flame. We can fire the low explosive by applying the heat or flame. This produces the heaving effect. The process of combustion takes place. The process of combustion from one grain to another grain to grain, after firing, after burning one grain, another grain burning takes place. There is a gradual buildup of pressure and increase the volume of gases. If you pour the low explosives in the hole, and if it is fired by flame, the grain to grain burning takes place. Because of the grain to grain burning, it converts into gas, but it takes time because burning grain to grain. There is a gradual buildup of pressure will not take place instantaneously. It takes time. What I am saying is, it takes time. Because of burning, it takes time. It burns. It will be create some pressure gradually but not instantaneously. Are you catch my point? What is low explosive? It is the mechanical mixture of finely grained combustible substance which are fired by ignition, thus produce the heaving effect. The process of combustion takes place from grain to grain. There is a gradual buildup of pressure and increase the volume of gases. This is low explosive. The main constituents of low explosive. The gunpowder is the basic example for a low explosive. Right from beginning, some decades, centuries back, gunpowder is using as an explosive. Its major constituents are charcoal 15%, sulfur 10%, potassium nitrate 75%. None of these constants is explosive itself. If you take these three separately, none of these substances are becoming explosive. But if you combine all these three, then it will give low explosive. Here the combustible substance is charcoal, the oxidizer is potassium nitrate, the sulfur is the stabilizer. It acts as stabilizer, it acts as sensitizer, stabilizer and sensitizer. So the basic the examples for low explosives is gunpowder is one of the low explosive. The another examples are black powder, Judson powder. Judson powder, right from the olden age, right from centuries back, human beings are using these explosives as low explosives. The main important one is some of the times in ESET also what are the constants and its percentages also asked in ESET question paper, ESET paper. So it is very much necessary to by heart the composition of low explosives and its percentages. It is very cheap, is safe and easy to handle. It is cheap, easy to handle, safe to handle, as well as stable one also. It is easily manufactured. It produces long duration of flame. Gunpowder is not used in wet places and in underground coal mines. It is fired by safety fuse. Easy to manufacture, available from local supply contractors, not used in large scale. Its explosive power is low, not strong as high explosive, produces flame by blasting, produce more of igneous gases, dangerous gases, not igneous gases. Gunpowder is not used in underground coal mines. It can be, ignition will take place by safety fuse. Safety fuse is also, I can explain in the at the time of blasting practice. The safety fuse. Safety fuse is nothing but the fuse in Diwali. The crackers is having one fuse. In Telugu we call Voti. If you apply heat to the fuse, then the burning will take place and it carries the flame from applying part to the inner part of cracker. Like that, a safety fuse is required to detonate the low explosion or to explode the low explosion. The volume of gases developed after blasting gunpowder is nearly 2000 times that of explosion. The pressure developed is from 1550 kg per centimeter square to 2100 kg per centimeter square. Gunpowder is also available in paper cartridges and waterproof covering. There are so many disadvantages are also there. It is supplied by water. It is spoiled by water. It is fired by safety fuse. Safety fuse consists of multi-layer of cotton air sprinkled with gunpowder mixture. Safety fuse initiated by direct flame. Safety fuse initiated by direct flame. Fume burns at a slow rate about 100 meters per 100, 120, 120, 120 meters per 120 1 meter per 120 seconds is the correct. This is not correct. Leaves fire after blasting. Leaves fire after blasting. After completion of blasting also, the flagrants which are exploded, some of the flagrants will appear even after completion of explosion also. The disadvantages of here I would like to tell one thing regarding safety fuse. Safety fuse is a mixture of a multi-layer of cotton air sprinkled with gunpowder mixture. The cotton air will be, some of the gunpowder is mixed with cotton air, and the outer portion of cotton air is wrapped with some polythene or plastic to avoid the deterioration, or to protect the cotton yarn mixed with metallic gunpowder, for not to absorb the moisture present in the air. If it absorbs the moisture present in the air, if you apply the flame, because of the moisture present in the cotton yarn, it will not burn. So safety fuse initiated by direct flame. Flame is applied to it. The best example is, in pictures also we saw, hero will enter into the quarry and he used to apply the flame to the safety fuse, and you will get back before the explosion takes place. Because the fume burns at slow rate, nearly 120 seconds per meter. 120 seconds per meter is nothing but it takes 2 minutes time to burn 1 meter of safety fuse. It takes 2 minutes of time to burn 1 meter of safety fuse. During this time, the person who applies the flame to the safety fuse will retreat to the safe place. Are you catch my point? Will come to the safe place. Even because the flagrants are nothing but the burning pieces. The flagrants will appear even after explosion or detonation completion. So that's why it will not be entertained at any place in underground. In coal mines, what happens? If you use low explosive, the burning flagrants, after explosion also, some of the pieces of explosives will burn. you can look by naked eye. If the presence of gas or anything else is there, the entire gas will explode. Fire damp explosion will take place. Because of that reason, in underground mines, low explosives are not used. The main disadvantages of low explosive is it is spoiled by water. Generally, it will available in the form of powder. Some of the times cartridges are it will be the low explosive cartridges are also manufactured, but most of the times you will get in powdery form. You will get in powdery form. Because of the powdered nature, it absorbs the moisture. Deterioration of low explosives is very easy. So, it can be easily spoiled by water. If the stored area is having some moisture content, it absorbs the entire moisture. It will not burn because of the moisture present or because of the moisture absorbed from the atmosphere. The burning will not take place. It is bulky for a given effect of explosive. For a given explosive effect, if you want to break the, suppose 1 ton stone, in case of high explosives, the amount of explosive to be used for breaking the stone is the small amount of explosive is required in case of high explosives. If you used low explosives, what happens is you have to put lot of explosive for the given effect of explosion. For the given work or for the desired work, the explosive used for the same work, if you use low explosive, the amount of explosive, the weight of the explosive used is more when compared with high explosive. Though it is small, the high explosives will give huge effect. For the same effect, lot of amount of low explosive or weight of the explosive to be used will be more. It has a flame of long duration. After explosion takes place, by definition itself, the combustion process takes place from grain to grain. After firing one grain, the another grain combustion takes place. Even after explosion also, some of the flagrants you can see. In case of gassy coal seams, the gas is the CH4 present in the coal seam or working place, if it is more, or if the coal seam belongs to second or third degree gassy mines, the presence of CH4 will be more. Because of that, this low explosive will not be used in underground coal mines. The burning particles of gunpowder are liable to remain in contact with surrounding atmosphere for considerable time. Here you need to understand one thing. If you want to light a lantern, if you after a burning matches, if you take and touches the lantern's wick, it will not burn. It will not, the flame will not acquire, the wick will not acquire the flame, because I would like to tell one example in this regard. The burning temperature of CH4 is 750 degrees centigrade. If you apply the flame to the CH4, it fires. After getting the 750 degrees centigrade or 22.5 kilocalories per mole of heat per mole of matter absorbs, then only it fires. Here, this low explosive burns grain to grain, so burning rate is slow. To burn one place to another place, it takes lot of time. Lot of time means actually it is not a lot of time when compared with a high explosives. It takes lot of time. So while burning, it contact with the surrounding matter present. So there is a possibility of catching a fire in the surrounding atmosphere. Gunpowder produces lot of carbon monoxide and other noxious gases. Because of burning of gunpowder, low explosive, if you see gunpowder, charcoal, potassium nitrate and metallic powder, these are the sulfur. Charcoal 15%, sulfur 10%, potassium nitrate 75%. If it burns, some of carbon, it liberates some carbon monoxide and noxious gases, and because of the combustion of nitrates, the oxidizer which is present in the explosive, it liberates some nitrous fumes, combination of nitrogen fumes, which is not good for health of human beings present in the area. Noxious gases, the effect of noxious gases on human being is you will get some headache. Black powder, these are the disadvantages of low explosive. These are the disadvantages of low explosive. The first example for low explosive is gunpowder. The second example for low explosive is black powder. Third one is Judson powder. In black powder, it is commonly used in quarries. The composition of black powder is sodium nitrate 72%, NaNO3, charcoal 16%, sulfur is 12%. Whereas in Judson powder, it is more powerful than black powder. These powder are manufactured in several grades containing 5 to 20% nitroglycerin in addition to the above components charcoal and sulfur. Charcoal and sulfur are the common ingredients in all the low explosives except oxidizer. In gunpowder it is potassium nitrate, in black powder it is sodium nitrate, in Judson powder it is nitroglycerin. In Judson powder, nitroglycerin. Under this classification, these are the various properties of low explosive. I will tell the classification under classification high explosives in the next class. Okay, thank you.